Hi, everyone. I'm just going live a few minutes early. Let everybody know that they've got the right place. You can send me a chat, a little comment, if you can see me. So I know I'm on the right track. I'm learning a lot technically, and it's been a lot of fun, for sure. What else have we got to do? Thanks, Alexis. I put makeup on for the first time in about a week. Welcome. So if you haven't got blocks, you can have button pants if you want, but you are going to be doing a pigeon pose, so that might be a bit of a challenge of their jeans. If you don't have blocks or bolster, you can grab a pillow, blankets, books, prop you up. Starting in a few minutes. So grab all the stuff you need. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can always use your bare floor. You can't really do it on the bare floor with a towel on top. You'll slip and slide a little bit. Minutes. Lindsay, do it in your chair. You can watch it later. And I welcome any comments if anybody's wanting a different type of yoga too. But Ian's kind of nice right now. Soothe the nervous system. Maybe you can just breathe, Lindsay, and pretend you're working. Just wait one more minute and then we'll get started. Okay, let's begin. My name's Carol Jude, if you don't know me already. And I'm a 500-hour registered yoga teacher. I haven't been able to teach at the studio. Of course, everything's closed down. So this is a way to have some connection with people. And how are you all? I know I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever. Me and my Yorkie poo, we love each other, but I tell you, shout out to all those moms at home that are trying to deal with homeschooling and kids that are bored. So I hope that maybe some of you can join me. I'm also training to be a somatic experience practitioner. And one of the, that's developed by Dr. Peter Levine, and one of the calming practices that he has is making a VOO sound. So I'll demonstrate it. You take a deep breath in, and from your belly, kind of like Om, but it's VOO or VOO. So I'd like you to place your left hand on your heart. It's going to be mirror opposite in my screen here. Right hand on belly. And we'll start by chanting together VOO. So take a deep breath in. Do about 5. And on your own breath. Two more. Just find your natural breath now. Place your right hand now on your forehead. You can have your eyes downcast or closed. Just feel the support under both of your hands. As you start to feel the rhythm of your breath. Come into Ujjayi breath, if that serves you this morning, in through your nose and out through your nose. You bring your hands down to your lap. Ujjayi breath also, by constricting the back of your throat, stimulates the vagus nerve. When you make that VOO sound, the vagus nerve is the second biggest nerve in the body, but it also is innervated, so comes into your gut. So when you get fight, flight, or freeze, your gut a lot of times clenches. So that's a way to kind of relax the muscles around there and send signals back to your brain that you're safe and you're okay. Take one more breath. In and release. We're going to come into our first posture of Malasana. Now I have a bolster behind me. But Malasana is a yogi squat. So your toes are going to come pointing out. You bring your elbows maybe to the inside. Now if that is uncomfortable, you can always sit on a block or two. And I'll keep track of the time. And our elbows kind of shimmy open your knees. And the idea being you're lengthening up, so you're not dumping into your hips. You're lengthening up through your spine, the crown of your head, tuck your chin in. So everything's kind of synced together, contracted in. And then you're letting your hips just the gravity, let them come down. It's really good for your low back. But if this is uncomfortable in any way, please just come to seated in the same posture or have your support of your block. Breathing in, pausing at the top, and exhaling out. So I want to invite you to think of a way that we can surrender into what's happening. Coming into stillness, making friends with the stillness and the fear. Coming out of our busy lives, and being given a gift of this time out. You turn towards what is uncomfortable. Bring some ease in that. Bring some ease in being still. About 30 more seconds. Come out at any time. This is your practice, and please listen to your body. One more breath together. And side out. Slowly come down to seated. That's windshield wiper. This is a counter pose, one knee in at a time. And we're going to come into caterpillar. So both legs out. This is also just a forward fold. Get onto your sit bones. You can have your bolster handy as well. I'll show you in a minute. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling and hinge forward with your chest. And then when you feel your first edge, then you stop. You might be a little stiffer in the morning, that's okay. You can also put blocks or a pillow or a bolster underneath your shins. And you don't have to touch your toes. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and just letting a gentle stretch occur. Just noticing where you feel this. Bringing awareness to your heels. Up the backs of your calves. You might find you feel this in the backs of your knees. For me, it's always hamstrings. Breathing into your legs as a whole. And feeling the contact of your hips on the ground. The temperature, the sensation. Walking your awareness up your low back to your sacrum in between your hips. And to your lumbar spine, which is your low back. And your thoracic spine. Feeling that gentle expansion on your inhale, and contraction on your exhale. Bringing some ease there. Walking your awareness up your cervical spine. See if you can relax any tension in your shoulders. Coming up to the crown of your head, noticing if your jaw is a little tight. Just create a little bit of ease and softness here. I'm coming to you live from Yoga Shala, a boutique little studio in West Kelowna. We've taught a few classes here before COVID-19 closed everything down. And we're going to come back better than ever, offering this yin and restorative with hot stones and maybe a little bit of flow, stretch classes. It's beautiful. We did a beautiful job on it. Take one more deep breath in, side out. Let's take one more in together, filling up all the way. And then releasing, rolling your spine up really slowly, just noticing each vertebrae as you come up. Give your legs a little shake, back and forth, up and down. Plant your heels. You're going to make your way onto your hands and knees. You're going to come into heart melt. So bring your hips over your heels, over your hips, or your hips over your knees. You can tuck your heels or not. Tuck your toes or not. Bring your hands out a little bit far in front of you. Let your chest come down. Your head can come to a block or a book. Your forearms can be up or down. And another choice, if you're finding this too intense, is to bring your hips closer to your heels. It's called puppy pose. I'm just looking for some expansion in front of the chest. And come into your breath. Breathing in. Know you're breathing in. Breathing out. Know you're breathing out. Nice and slow and generous. Always coming back into child's pose. You want. And finding that initial edge, invite in that stillness. And just get curious. What can I create here in this contraction of society right now? What do I want to do to expand myself, my heart space, personally or in work? Instead of feeling stagnated, like you're on hold, maybe this is a time to take stock. How do I want to be different? It's a job that I'm missing right now, which I really want to do, really want to live. Possibilities are endless. I think we're being asked to become more, be better, have more connection with ourselves and each other for sure. On another minute, notice where the tightness is. You surrender your chest, your shoulders a little more. And you need to back off a little bit. Practice is about gentle opening and being gentle with yourself, body, mind, and spirit. Let's take 2 breaths in. Inhale through your nose. Pause at the top. And exhale through your nose. Inhale. And release. And gently come back up. And make your way to child's pose. I like to, in this pose, have my hands behind me, palms facing out, knees together. In this kind of a seated child's pose. Pull your big toe mounds together, knees wide. Into your regular child's pose. Wherever you are, roll your head side to side. Relax your jaw, making space between your teeth. Let your tongue relax. Just feel softness, relaxation in your chest and back, belly and low back. Notice your shins. The temperature on your toes. And allow yourself to receive and be still. Resting in whatever breath feels sustaining to you at this time. Ujjayi, victorious breath. In through your nostrils, out through your nostrils. And perhaps you want to breathe in through your nose. Just let a little bit out of your mouth. Just opening your mouth a little bit. Wherever you are, let your breath cycles be full and generous, pausing at the top and at the bottom. Another 30 seconds. A few more in breath and out breath. Let's take the last one in together. And sigh it out. And wherever you are, your hands are behind you, drag them forward. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press your palms down and forward. Shoulder blades in. Sure, it's a distance between your pelvis and your ribs. Move side to side, pedal your legs out. Inhale up to the toes, sink your heels down. Just be still here for a couple breaths. Then inhale, your right leg comes up. And bring your right knee through to your right wrist crease for half pigeon or sleeping swan. If your hip is up off the mat, bring a block or a book, whatever you've got to support you. Make sure your hips are square. Sometimes, this is a half pigeon in a hearing practice, sometimes you see people leaning one way or the other. We're looking to get some opening into your right hip and the IT band on the right side. So hips are square, taking a big inhale. Coming forward. That can be a block. Hands can be on your elbows. Remember to have something that's sustainable for you. Have your right toes a little bit flexed. And if your knee is uncomfortable, please come onto your back for supine pigeon. Step, I can't see you, so the alternative is coming onto your back. And then your right heel comes to over your left knee. And if this isn't enough, you can leave the sole of your left foot down, or you can bring your left foot up, threading your hands through and catching the back of your left hamstring. Head and shoulders come down, tuck your chin. Both feet are flexed or down here. Play with what's sustainable for you. This posture often has a deep hip opener. Brings up emotions and thoughts. Just notice your thoughts. Ask yourself, is it kind what you're telling yourself? Is it helpful? Is it true? I know going through this, I've had to ask myself that. I'm taking this communications course right now through Cynthia Kane, who's written a couple of books, and it's quite interesting how we communicate with others. It starts with how we communicate with ourselves. Probably mentioned that before. Just notice what's going on and just honor that. This is not an easy time all around. Feels very ungrounded and certain. Just breathe in and let everything comes up that needs to come up. Acknowledging and then letting it go. Coming back to your breath, sensations that your anchor to this moment, to the present. If you have to make any small movements, please do so mindfully. And then come back into your stillness. Another minute. Come back into child's pose or whatever you need. Or invite yourself to stay. Releasing any resistance to what's coming up. 3 more inhales and exhales. Deeply in and fully out. Again, pause and let go. Fill up and sigh it out. Start to walk your hands up really gently towards you. Come to rest onto your right hip. You're going to swing your left leg right around to come into shoelace. So both knees are stacked. Both feet are on the knife edge. And your option is to straighten your right leg out. Knees are still stacked. This is half shoelace. Move your flesh out from underneath so you can feel your sit bones. Inhale, nice long smile. Exhale, come forward. Option to have a block supporting your chest or a pillow. So your left leg's on top. If your eyes are open, you can use your gaze as another anchor. Find a spot on the floor. When I say your anchor, you're still in your body. You're not trying to avoid what's going on. You're just sitting with it, being with whatever is occurring. If you need to move, just move a little bit and then come back into that stillness. Not needing to evaluate or judge how this is occurring in any way. Another minute. Make any adjustments. Find your breath if you've lost it. 2 more. In breath. And releasing. One last one. If you're forward, let your spine roll up. You can slowly uncross your legs. Find the mat width apart, fingertips behind you. Come into windshield wiper. Just allowing our hips to settle. One knee in at a time. Come back into the middle. You're going to make your way back to downward facing dog. Tucking your toes. Press down through your hands. Elbows are soft. Knees are soft. Engage your glutes. Your thighs are engaged, knees and soft. One more breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, float the left leg up. Bring your left knee through to your left wrist crease. Your sleeping swan. Getting yourself set up with your blocks supporting into your left hip. Inhaling up. And then draping your chest down. Sometimes just that shifting in our looking. can change the way the world is occurring for us. We can change our perspective and see this time as a possible gift. Maybe it can be. No longer needing to have that badge of busyness. What can we, and how can we be still living in this? And this is not forever. I mean, there's terrible things going on and people are dying, and yes, all of that. But how can we be more, how can we find a new way of being and connecting in creative ways? Apparently the internet's been really slow because there's been so many people working at home and so many people using it for FaceTime and video chat and etc. Things are going to be different for sure. How can you be creative? How can you be more in this global crisis? How can you be more easeful in the fear and uncertainty? Another minute. Allowing the breath to expand from the inside out. Let's take 3 in together. Inhale and pause. Exhale and pause. In breath. Sip in a little bit more. Pausing and releasing. And pausing. Filling up completely. Sip in a little more. Pause. And a big sigh out. Walking your hands up. Leaning towards onto your left hip. Swing your right leg around. Bring right leg over left. Stacking knees as best you can. You see my hips are pretty tight, even though I've done lots of yoga. An option to have your left leg out long and straight. You're going to be sitting on a pillow. Tilt your pelvis a little bit forward. Soft left knee as you inhale. Leaning forward, always coming to your first sensation. And patiently pausing. Just like this situation, we can't force the resolution. So how can we ride this? How can we be in this pause, in this stillness, and still create some enjoyment and connection with each other? I'm grateful that I've decided to do this, because I know that I'm connecting with some of my old students and my family and some new students. Giving the gift of relaxation, maybe some tools that you can use on your own. Let's go into another minute. Just allowing the sides to be different. A couple more breaths on your own. Cross your right leg over the left. Your legs to shake out from side to side. Plant your feet, and we'll just do a quick reverse tabletop. Fingers towards your heels or out to the sides. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips to the heavens. Breath in and come down. And I'd like to try half saddle here. So both, if you're going to come into full saddle, if your knees are okay, you have your feet a little bit out. Your knees are a little bit wide. And toes, big toe mountain can come together, just like child's pose. Bring your hips over your heels, and then you're going to start to come back. If you're going to be half saddle, take your right leg out, and then your left foot is going to come out a little bit, like this. And then you slowly make your way back. Come on to the left foot can come out, the foot can come out. And come down to your elbows. We're trying to create a stretch in our thighs. If you have your bolster, of course, that's always handy. Coming behind you. Support your back. Belly's in. Tuck your chin. You can be right here, and that's fine. have your bolster or pillow, support your back in some way. If you're in half saddle, switch legs. So now your left, let's see, your right knee is bent under and the left leg is straight. Just get comfortable. If you just want to come back a little bit, you can come back onto your elbows. I always want to check the first little bit, little sensation. If you feel any sharp twings, then you've gone too far. You won't hold this too far. Keeping your breath full and generous. Let's go 15 more seconds. Fill up. Sigh it out. Slowly come out. And make your way onto your back. Nice and slow. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Flex and point your toes. Circle your ankles one way and then the other. And when you're ready, bring your knees over your hips. You can cactus your arms or leave them by your side. You're going to have to engage your core a little bit. I like my arms in cactus. It offers a bit of stability. Take an inhale and exhale both your legs over to the right. And then gaze to the left. And if your left shoulder is up a little bit, prop it with a pillow or block, whatever you have handy. Towel even. Feeling yourself settling into the shape on the floor. Inhaling nice and long through the crown of your head. And if it's possible, looking over to your left. Enjoy your breath. Nice gentle twist. You can always prop your knees up too if they don't want to come all the way. Just feeling good about the gift that you've given yourself. Taking this time to create what you want to be and what you want to have happen in the world. Allowing yourself to practice stillness. It's okay to be still. A couple more breath cycles on this side. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Into dead bug. Both legs are up, both arms are up, and just let them be loose. There's no tension in your hands and feet. Letting your arm bones, upper arm bones, kind of snuggle into your shoulders. Chin is tucked. Your eyes can be closed. Finding something to gaze at, the ceiling of your toes. And we're going to come into lion's breath. You're going to take 3 inhales and exhales, and on your exhale, you're going to stick your tongue out and let all your air out and like roar like a lion while you shake your hands and feet. You're at home, so nobody can see you. So let's begin. Inhale. Ah. Ah. One more. Ah. Hug your knees into your chest. Feeling that discharge of energy going. Rocking side to side. That feels good. And bring your knees up over your hips. You can roll over to the other side, arms cactus or not. So to the left, and then gaze to the right. Just making friends with the stillness. Seeing the benefit. And slowing down. In the being. Mind, body, and spirit. Slowly come back into center. Make any movements you need before you come into your final deep rest. You lay out your legs out, hands up and receiving all that you need to receive from your practice. Let's fill up together in this online community. Sigh it out. Letting the tension melt away. And in the support of the earth. Welcoming this new relationship. Stillness with being. I'd like to read you practices for self-compassion. May I tend to myself during this trying time with loving care. May I offer compassion to myself, especially when I feel vulnerable. May I extend caring towards myself when I feel scared and lonely. May I be able to hold my fear with tender care. May I hold myself with gentleness and friendship. May I hold my sense of shame, guilt, and insecurity with gentleness and understanding. May I take care of my body so it will be healthy and well. May I give myself the gift of tending to myself. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May I receive the support I need. May life rise up to meet us all. Deepen your breath slightly. Some movements. Your fingers, wrists, your toes, and your ankles. Perhaps taking a full body stretch up overhead. And coming to rest your right side, or sorry, your left side, the inside. in a fetal position. Allowing the integration of your practice. Fill you up. Please come to seated when you're ready. Hands together in front of your heart, thumb touching to your heart. Anjali Mudra. Eyes can be closed or downcast. Let's join our voices in the sound of one Om to complete our practice. Breath in. Float your hands, forehead center. The light in me honors and loves the light in each of you. Together we say, Namaste. Get closer so you can see. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope that you are keeping well and connecting in any way you can. I'm finding video chat and FaceTime is really awesome. I'm sending you a virtual hug. Oh, kids, hi. My son and his awesome and beautiful, amazing, smart girlfriend are there. Yeah. Oh, all right. Love to you all. And I'm going to be doing another one on Sunday. And I will post it on Facebook. Thank you. Namaste, dear ones. Bye-bye.